In 1971, a man calling himself D.B. Cooper hijacked a Northwest Orient flight, collected $200,000 in ransom, and parachuted into a storm. He was never found. This audacious act on November 24, the eve of Thanksgiving, launched one of the most enduring mysteries in modern American history. The sky over the Pacific Northwest seemed to swallow him whole, leaving behind a bewildered nation. The year was 1971. Air travel, while expanding rapidly, operated with remarkably lax security protocols. A typical flight from Portland to Seattle, like Northwest Orient Flight 305, was a routine affair, with passengers often boarding without extensive scrutiny. This seemingly ordinary setting provided the perfect stage for an extraordinary crime, reliant on a brazen confidence unseen before. Cooper, impeccably dressed, presented a note to a flight attendant shortly after takeoff, stating he had a bomb. He demanded $200,000 in unmarked bills and 4 parachutes upon landing in Seattle. His instructions were precise. The plane must be refueled, passengers released unharmed. Authorities, facing an unprecedented situation, agreed, but the true cunning of his escape plan was still largely underestimated. Upon arrival at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, the Boeing 727 taxied to a dimly lit section of the runway. The ransom money and parachutes were delivered as requested. Cooper then allowed the 36 passengers and 2 flight attendants to disembark, a move that secured their safety. He waited patiently, ensuring every detail of his peculiar plan was meticulously executed. With a fresh crew and full fuel, the aircraft took off once more, heading south towards Mexico City, as instructed. Cooper then ordered pilots to fly below 10,000 feet, maintaining a slow speed. Somewhere over the rugged, forested terrain of southwestern Washington, in the dead of a stormy night, he activated the rear air stair. With the bag of money strapped to his body, he stepped out and vanished. An immediate, massive search began across the vast wilderness of the Pacific Northwest, involving thousands of law enforcement and volunteers. Aircraft scoured the landscape for any sign of a parachute, a body, or the missing cash. Despite extensive ground efforts through dense forests and treacherous rivers, no trace of Cooper or the $200,000 was found. What no one realized then was just how long this extraordinary mystery would persist. Then, in February 1980, nearly a decade after the daring jump, a startling discovery emerged along the Columbia River. A young boy named Brian Ingram, while digging a fire pit, unearthed 3 bundles of $20 bills. The cash, heavily decayed, amounted to $5,800. Crucially, the serial numbers matched the ransom money handed to D.B. Cooper, providing the first tangible link to the fugitive. This discovery offered a tantalizing but frustrating clue to FBI investigators. The money's condition suggested it had been exposed to the elements for years, possibly washed downstream from a tributary. Was Cooper dead, his body lost but the money recovered by natural forces? Had he buried it, only for the river to reclaim its secret? These questions, more than answers, deepened the enigmatic legend. The D.B. Cooper case became the FBI's longest-running unsolved hijacking investigation, spanning 45 years. Agents pursued thousands of leads, interviewing countless individuals and examining every conceivable theory. Forensic advancements were applied to artifacts, yet no conclusive identification materialized. Ultimately, in 2016, the FBI officially suspended active investigation, citing the overwhelming lack of new credible evidence. Yet, D.B. Cooper remains an enduring figure in American folklore, a symbol of a brazen, successful escape against all odds. His true identity, his ultimate fate, and the vast majority of the ransom money have never been definitively discovered. Was he a master criminal, or merely a desperate man driven to an extraordinary act? The winds of the Pacific Northwest still guard their enigmatic secret, leaving a haunting question hanging in the air.